Hello there, guys. How we doing tonight? I think my fat face is in the screen now. There we go. Going through the stores. Dude, Chiefs, man. I was pulling for the bowl. I was pulling for the Bills. I wanted Josh Allen to finally get one over Patrick Mahomes. It was a great game. It was a great game. Let's see what we can get going. Let's see if we can get these mods cooking. I just bought 2 of them. I hope these pan out. That one's not great. It's not horrible, but it's not great. I was really hoping to land more of that speed, because I could find somebody to put that on. Alright, I really need this one to roll. Yeah, I hope the Lions win too, Allie. I'd be okay with the Lions. I can find a use for a 10 speed mod like that. Okay. Yeah. Dude, Ray, I'll have to show you guys the free to play. We'll pop over there in a second. Ray is literally my favorite character on the free to play account. Like when she shows up as an ally, oh, it's so broken. Ooh, I'm missing a mod somewhere. This one, I definitely want to do that. That'll work. Here, I'll flip over. I'll show you guys what I mean. Yeah, we'll be doing some reviews tonight. I think we'll start with like reviews, do some free-to-play account stuff. We might do the GAC. My opponent here, he actually messaged me saying I think he's attacking right now. But just a very good player, and one of those GACs where like I just expected it to. I'd say I would expect more to lose than anything else. Yeah. Rose Tico would not help. Rose Tico would not help whatsoever. That would actually be a hindrance. Yeah, let's pop over here. Yeah, so here's the baby account. I think hopefully you guys can see the baby account now. So, like my allies list. I think I still have a few. Oh, I'm 48 of 50. I almost have a full ally list. But yeah, when people have like Ray set in there, it's so nice. Cause she'll just lead off with like, if you do lifeblood, sudden whirl, and then she like activates the sudden whirlwind, kills everybody, and then like you just do that every single wave. I think it should have switched over here. Hold on. If not, let me do this. You become this one. There we go. That should work. Yeah, do you guys see the mini account now? There's the mini. Yeah, we're level 41 now. Yeah, dude, level 41. So the first. Yeah, so the big thing was that we got through our first Galactic war yesterday. I got through all the nodes, so I was able to unlock Zeb. So now I have the full power of the Phoenix team. I'm not really using Ezra because, yeah, the Captain Rex is the one that's killing me. This is the one that's killer. If I can get this better, I'll be in good shape. But yeah, so I figured I might start doing this. We'll start with some refreshes here. Let's get into let's do some refreshes of some nodes here. All right, so let's do this. That'll work. I'll take 4 shards of you. Come on, give me something here. Anything here helps. Let's go. Let's go. What do we think? Do I refresh Rex again? Do we refresh Rex again? Do a battle and see if Ray pops up. I gotta do some challenges here too. Well, let's do these things first while I'm thinking of it. There we go. Refresh C-Rex. Yeah, it might be worth it. I might be doing that. I might start that just because once I get him, like, it's just gonna be crazy. All right, let's do this. You. All right, that's. I'll take 1. Sounds crazy, but like I'll take 1 every single day of the week. Okay, and then let's grab you. Ooh, getting close to range trooper too. Yeah, Captain Rex has not been I haven't been doing as many refreshes here because I was doing some of Hera to get her faster. So I did do that. That was one thing I did a bit differently, was I tried to like rush into Hera a bit more. Oh, do I do? It's only training droids. I may as well get 2 bonus crystals here. If you guys, so yeah, I mean, if you're wondering, I mean, I could use the AoEs, but like, I try to save the AoEs because they're so powerful. Like, I can normally get through the first node without having to use an AoE and then spam it on the second one. There we go. Bye-bye you. Just give me my bonus crystals. That's what I wanted. Those 2 crystals really help out. So this is the thing, yeah. All right, guys, so I want to show you this, right? So if you're still watching, so I could do my thing here, but I unlock the next level at level 42, and I'm currently level 41, about to be level 42. So there's no reason why I should like Like, I'm just going to go in here. We'll do a galactic war battle. Yeah, Dank, I have room for, like, 2 more allies. So, yeah, you guys could go ahead, do that, and I've got room for 2 more allies there. Yeah, we've got the whole... Yeah, Ezra's level, gear level 3. I'm just going to keep him as low as I can. I might bump him up a bit, but I'm kind of waiting, hopefully, for Rex to show up. Okay, Chopper. Okay, remove that from you. Come on. Ugh, of course I don't get my double tap. Okay, taunt up. Go. Alright, if I can keep Anakin stunned, that would be nice. This is actually a tougher team than I was facing. Lando is a big threat early on with those AoEs if they don't proctor. Thank you. Okay. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. Dude, I know, it's so strange. So then, what I can do is we'll level up with that. Okay, got extra cantina, extra energy here. Ugh, these training events are so awful. I just ignore you for now. Actually, what am I doing? Yeah. I'm not bothering with, like, let's just auto these things. Thank you for actually counterattacking. The counters are nice. Nice, yeah, you like this sweater? Yeah, I'm pulling out my inner Neil from the Santa Claus. Come on now. This is the one thing with these teams early on is they have no damage output. There we go. All right. Give me Veer shards. I guess 60 Tarkin shards works. Yeah, dude, these are so... I mean, they're great. Like, you literally got a 4-star Tarkin for free. Like, I'll take that. Got an Executrix, like... Okay. Oops. All right, let's go back here. Go to you. Whoops. There we go. Awesome. Yeah, yeah. Really, the thing I've been doing, I've been opening these up every single day. Really, I just want general Veers to show up in a 50 spot. I just need to drop a full Veers. Like, it's so much to ask for a 50 spot of Veers. That's all I want. Come on. Alright, whatever. It'll happen eventually. Oh, Ray would come around. I just don't really do that many battles. Like, I just have to... The thing is, I'm at the point now, Havoc, where, like, I don't have to, like, I just can sim all the battles that I need. Alright, the real question is, do I need to... What levels does this say I should do? Do I just level maybe you up a bit, keep you at gear 1, but make you like level 35? Because I'll need you for CLS at some point. Let's just try that. And then let's try you at level like 38. I don't know. All right, let's see if this works. I really don't want to have to gear any more people for this. Oof. Level 40s is not a good sign. Okay, offense up. Okay. I should have targeted the other guy. Oh well. That'll work. Yep. Okay. There we go. Good kill, Dark Trooper. Good kill. Okay. So Luke may need a bit more gear for me to 3-star these events. Okay. Ah, crap, it's this one too. I hate this one. Gotta remember how to do this. Do I kill these things? I can't remember. All right. Okay, good. Nice. I know I need to keep them from like ever getting a turn. Oh gosh, that ability block going away. Come on now. Come on. Dark Trooper. Oh, I thought that would do it. Come on. Yes. Let's go. Or my screen or my edge is a bit messed up. Hold on. I don't know if I can adjust this or not. Why is it doing that? That's about as good as it's going to get right now, guys. All right, so now we can get the rest of these things. Oh, I get laptops now. All right, that's nice. All right, let's go back to character farming. We need to grab... start with you. Okay. All right, we're getting closer to you. And then let's go to you, and we'll grab a couple of your shards. So yeah, we've been farming in terms of like so obviously big emphasis on our Phoenix early. We're almost halfway done we're over halfway done if you combine the two of their shards. We're over halfway done with these two guys. So that's good. Chopper, 4 stars now. We just got Zeb and Hera today. We're, Gideon, these characters, everybody else they've given you. I haven't farmed anybody else other than the Phoenix and Dengar. And then we've bought Princess Leia shards when available. So we're getting her out of the Squad Arena store. I think I already bought her shards. That's maybe why she's not showing up. Then I've been farming Range Trooper, Captain Rex, Sabine, Dark Trooper, Moff Gideon, Grief, Veers, even done a couple refreshes on, like, I've done some energy towards Coors Light Leia, Iden, Mando, just trying to get as much of a head start as I can towards the things that, like, I want. So that's kind of the big stuff that I'm working towards. It's just like if I can get as big of a big head start on, like Leviathan Executor, I think I'll be in really good shape. And then yeah, just making my like steady progress through like Galactic War is going to be huge for not only Zeb, but like you get a lot of resources for doing this event. You get like a crazy amount of resources. The one thing I've noticed is there's a lot of dodges in these events. Like, they give out so many dodges. Okay, cool. And then the reason I like to call Chopper to assist early is because Chopper will spread buffs around. And on his basic, he has a chance to reduce cooldowns. So if I can reduce other people's cooldowns, I will take that all day long. Okay, remove that. Kill you. Alright, now I think I can just auto basic. ISO with the 190, with the 2 pounds. We will get into roster reviews here in a second. I'll do another battle of Galactic War, and then we'll get into our roster reviews. Because I did see Dank Ideals drop his code as well up above. Yes, we got 100 spot of that. Okay. Call Chopper. Gosh, the one thing I've noticed is the accuracy on these guys is abysmal. Like, they have no accuracy whatsoever early on. It's like, it's a big problem. Honestly, I'm a big fan of the Keller and Beck Omicron looks really, really good. I'm a big fan of stuff like that. I feel like they've done a good job of trying to release Omicrons like the Keller and Beck one, where they're just like solid all the way around, where like trying to revitalize some of these factions that you don't get to use. Because like my Galactic Republic Jedi, actually the one thing I do use them for in Territory Wars is I will clean up lone Jabbas. Like, I think that it's a really good way to give players the opportunity, because a lot of players are investing in that Qui-Gon Omicron for Grand Arena, so now another Omicron gets you a team for Territory Wars, similar to what Juhani has done for Starkiller in Territory War. It's kind of how I view Keller and Beck. I don't know that it's going to necessarily stop. Like, I heard like using Galactic Legends against it is just like, overkill, but against some of those, again, if it's going to hold against other teams, I mean, why would you not want to use it sort of situation? So like I'm a big fan of that. I think that's going to be a big use for it. It's just kind of getting everything else out of the way. Let's auto this for a bit. Yeah, overall, I'd say it was a very good counter overall. I would say it's a very good Omicron overall. Yeah, I think at lower levels of the game, it's gonna be one of those Omicrons where like you're just gonna get an insane amount of holds because people won't know what to use against it. Beautiful. Yeah, this is these little chessmen, I'll tell you what, like they spit out like 34,000 credits. Like, don't discount that. The abilities, and then obviously the currency's super nice. But yeah. So let's get into reviews. So I'm gonna start with, so what I'm gonna do is let's start with, I'm going to start with ISO, and then I'm going to go back up to Dank Ideals. So we're going to start here with ISO. So you guys give me one sec. Oops, why is that not? Farming Leia right now, but you're not sure what to do afterwards. Lots? Okay. All right, I don't mind that. Okay, ISO. So all right, ISO. So here's what I'm thinking. You've got your Executor, I believe I saw, right? You have Executor? Yes. Okay, so we have Executor. You got Rey, you got Kylo, you're gonna get Leia. Jedi Master Luke needs to be the next thing on your list. You have, with the Lightspeed bundles that you purchased, you're in a really good position. So like your CLS is done, 3PO and Chewie is done. Your Han is knocking on the door. Your R2-D2 will be done. So, like, you're not super far away from getting Jedi Master Luke at this point from looking at the bundles you purchased. I mean, you've got to get Mon Mothma to Relic 5. That's going to be your biggest task, is Mothma to Relic 5. Everything else you've already done or will do. You know, your JTR is done. Your Jedi Knight Luke is basically done. Hermit Yoda, like, you're so close to it that to me it makes a lot more sense to try and get Jedi Master Luke, because you're super far from the Hutt Cartel, right? So we're not close to Jabba, and that doesn't make sense, but we're really close to JML, and JML makes a lot of sense, especially because then after JML you can sort of switch gears a bit. You've got Jedi Knight Revan, you've got Big Shock, so you've got good characters to use with your Jedi Master Luke once you unlock him. Between Jedi Master Luke, Jedi Knight Luke, Hermit Yoda, Big Shock, Jedi Knight Revan, even somebody like Ezra or Kyle Katarn can fit in there really well. So I very much think Jedi Master Luke makes the most sense here. So one thing I would do if I was you, I would potentially think about giving Cuddy Mundi his Zeta. If your Qui-Gon Jinn is only gear 12, having that Cuddy Mundi, even with the Zeta, I'm sure Zetas are at a premium for you, but putting that Zeta on him makes that team so much more difficult. So I think that to me makes the most sense. Like, that would be a really good thing you could do, really help you in Grand Arena. Cuddy Mundi just a very, even with that Zeta at a lower gear level, still completely changes that team. So that would be my thought process there. So I'd get Jedi Master Luke. And then once you're done with Jedi Master Luke, I think at that point, we start to worry about maybe building either another S tier fleet, whether it's Profundity would make a lot of sense because of all the rebels, but you know, your Leviathan probably has a larger shelf life, if I had to guess. So between one of those two, I do notice you don't have Darth Malgus, so that might change the, you know, what you can do in terms of like Leviathan or Profundity. So that would be a solid option. Otherwise, maybe work on some unaligned Force users. You know, is your guild, are you in a guild where you're doing, where it would make sense to build Inquisitors to get Riva? So maybe start thinking about some of that stuff. Also, your Commander Tano, I would work on getting her when you can, because you have the Galactic Republic to take advantage of Commander Tano. So I'd get Commander Tano up and running there ISO. I definitely would do that. I think that would be a very, very wise decision on your part. Otherwise, man, I would also just recommend, going after the comeuppance. You've got the Resistance fleet with your Rey, so I would make sure that you were focusing there. Do you have the TIE Echelon? You do. Good. Okay. Yeah. So get the Resistance fleet in a good of a spot as you can, between the Star Fortress and the comeuppance, and I think you're going to be in really good shape here for a bit. But I'd say after Leia, get JML, and then maybe we start doing a little bit of gear here and there, and some other characters, kind of flesh out some teams, like Commander Tana with Padme. So that's what I would do, man. So yeah, let me know your thoughts, ISO. Hopefully you're still in chat. Appreciating that. Thank you so much, sir, for the £2 Yeah, guys, so the way that roster reviews work here. So here, I'm gonna pin this. All right, so then I did see Dank Ideals drop his code very early on. I gotta find it somewhere. There it is. Oh, excuse me. Well, it depends what you're thinking there, Dank. What's the question here? If you guys don't know, I shouldn't say I went off, but I have a very strong opinion on rosters that deserve reviewing or not. So we just unlocked Malicos. Okay. So you've got Seer, we've got Cal. So, Dank, are we thinking about putting Cal's Zeta on the I'm Persistent? That's a pretty, but otherwise, okay, wow, yeah, okay, so we're missing some very key Zetas here. No Wow. Okay, hold on. I mean, I guess it makes... I would argue that, like, it makes sense that you did Malicos, but, like, you have Rey. No commander... Yeah, you still don't have all this... You don't... Oh, yeah, gosh. Okay. Alright, so... I'm just going to say you unlocked Malicos, put 2 Zetas on him, but you don't have all of your Zetas on Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. So let's finish Kylo's Zetas first. Let's finish his Zetas first. You need those Zetas. Got a lot of high relic levels here. Not that I hate high relic levels, but like come on, we gotta finish him. But next, man, you've got to get Commander Tano up and running. We've got to get her unique Zeted. You've got Rey, right? So you have Rey. Forget Galactic Republic for a second. You have an unaligned Force user who wants health and offense, and you have somebody who's going to give her 50% of that plus additional defense. Like Commander Tano with that Rey is going to be a force to be reckoned with. Yes, it does turn into a very good team, but your Kylo is missing Zetas that like make him better, right? Kylo's Zetas absolutely help. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So let's get her relics, but then she needs her unique Zeted. The Zeta on the unique is so incredibly important, and then let's make sure that we've got her modded really well too. So that's a big one for me. And then honestly, if you're gonna have Seer, Cal, like Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum, not a bad shout for a good character inside of that team. Then let's go to... Okay, so let's get Fat Man Rex up and running when you can as well. That'd be another guy. Would love if you could get at least 1 Zeta on him. That's another big important Zeta. You got a lot of Zetas you need to do. A lot of Zetas we need to do. Yeah. Whew. Jeez, no Zetas on Bosk. Oh my goodness. I've never seen that before. I've never seen a Bosk without Zetas. Same with Darth Nihilus. Wow. Just different times. Okay. Yeah. Alright. I would switch that. I'd put Cal with Seer and Commander Tano with Rey. Commander Tano is going to benefit Rey way more. Yeah, Dank. I mean, I love that you have a lot of really solid characters. You've obviously taken advantage of the light speed bundles, which again, I support that wholeheartedly. Like, I very much always support that kind of stuff. Otherwise, man, it's just a big Zeta crunch for you. So, Dank, what we're going to do, here's what I think we do. You're in a big Zeta crunch. So while you're in the Zeta crunch, once you get some of those things done, let's start focusing on some characters where we could maybe up relic levels, where you have Zetas invested in already. Or work on some characters who may not need them. Which isn't many. Just, yeah, a lot. Definitely build Zori for your resistance. Jeez, yeah, just so many Zetas. I mean, again, it just blows my mind. I can't even recommend you what to farm next because so much of it requires Zetas. I'd honestly tell you for a while to just, like, let stuff kind of naturally come to you. Like, Jango Fett would be a good, he'd be a good relic. You know, you're, maybe get, like, you could think about, like, Galactic Legends Leia Organa. Just because, like, you've got a lot of those Rebel relics already. Just, again, Zetas start to become an issue, but, you know, here we are. The other thing I would say is just be smart with who you're going to Zeta from here on out. That, like, I would be very picky and particular. Like, the Wat Tambor Zeta, I don't know that I agree with the Wat Tambor Zeta. I can understand it, but I don't know... I don't know that I would have put that on there. Same thing with, like, Royal Guard. I don't know that I would have equipped that Zeta. Because I just don't think. Same with Bo-Katan Kryze. I don't know that I would have equipped some of these Zetas. Now, some of them you may have had on for a while. So, yeah. In terms of your mods, yeah, we cannot afford, yeah, no. This is literally a waste of a slot. That's fine, just not good secondaries. That's good. Just could be faster. That's good. I get rid of this protection. He has no way to regenerate protection. Protection's useless on him. So yeah, I would look for some faster mods. Faster mods, and I'd look for health. Because protection does not help Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Protection on him is literally pissing stats away. Because he can't recover it. It's not like him and Rey, protection serves zero purpose because they have no way to recover it once it's gone. Like, I like the health, I like the speed, and I like the offense here. Right? This is, you know, and that's even done without speed right here. So, like, this mod, crazy that you have this equipped without any speed here. But I guess you're getting it from up here. That's fine, but yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily hate the mods. You know, they're Relic 8 Rey, so definitely helping your offense numbers there. And then JML 140k. He could be higher for a Relic 9. But you went with the speed up here. I'd personally replace this with a protection arrow, but that's just me. Nah, protection on Rey's a waste. Because she gets lifeblood. So guys, remember, lifeblood. Bonus protections based on health. And then lifeblood is, where is it at in here? She loses 25% health, and they gain bonus protection equal to the amount lost. So the more health your Rey has, the better lifeblood is. So, yeah, I'd get rid of that. Nick Colley, yes, I am. I am an Ohio State fan. This season was an absolute failure, but I am a fan nonetheless. But otherwise, Dank, yeah, man, you're in a big Zeta crunch right now, and that's it's a hard place to be in because I can't really give you a clear path forward because everything else needs Zetas. So you're almost better off just letting yourself kind of catch up. So I would kind of let some of the Zetas catch up to you and maybe put relic levels into some characters that might need them later on down the road. So that's what I would do. All right, got to move on to the next review here. There's a lot of them to do. Holy Toledo. All right. So I believe Ali Gal, another channel member, asked for a review. All right, Ali. Nick Colley, you can say that once the sanctions come in. Until the sanctions come in, don't talk to me. Because we know what's happening. Death Destroyer, we'll get you, man. We must have skipped. We must have missed you somewhere. We'll make it happen. There's a Dusk. Go grab Death Destroyer of Worlds code from somewhere in chat. I'm trying to go off of a Discord thing there. Death Destroyer of Worlds, man. Instead of trying to have to scroll up in chat, I've had Dusk in them. They like put it in a Discord for me, and that way it's easier to stay. So just fell through the cracks. We're working on the process. So, all right, Allie. Lots of Zetas. I'm just looking through. So we bought some Lightspeed bundles. You got a lot of Zetas equipped, which is fine, but they're kind of all over the place here. No sanctions. No sanctions from the NCAA still need to hit there. All right. Okay, good. All right, so Allie, so Supreme Leader Kylo Ren is first, right? Supreme Leader Kylo Ren absolutely has to be the first thing we go for. So I think we get Supreme Leader Kylo Ren first before we do anything else. We get Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. I think that's what you're closest to. So, yeah, so let's get Supreme Leader Kylo Ren first. Then, in terms of hard nodes, let's make sure that we're trying to get Captain Rex done. Hit the Zeta on Captain Rex would be nice, but let's start saving Zetas for your Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. After Supreme Leader Kylo Ren... Okay, so we're a bit further away there. Honestly, after Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, I don't see why you wouldn't think about going for... So Jedi Master Luke, we don't have the Rebel Y-Wing, Allie. So Rebel Y-Wing could be up there. Because you're still going to be like 1,000,000 miles from what I'm going to assume, yeah. So we're still a long ways away from... no, wait, hold on. Let's see. This will be my test. Okay, so we're still 1,000,000 miles away from Rey, which is fine. But we're a long way away from Rey. I would start thinking about Executor at some point. So get your Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, Alley, and let's start thinking about Executor after that. So Imperial TIE Bomber, IG-2000... Because you have Bosk, you've got the Xanadu Blood, Slave 1. So I would say if we can get Executor after Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, we'll be in really good shape. I think that's kind of the next logical destination for this is Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, get Executor. And then from there, I think you could springboard into getting Jedi Master Luke. Because you bought the Rebel Pack, you've got good relics here, you've got a bunch of Zetas equipped, so I think, to me, that would make a lot of sense. We just have to be... You're just going to have to be diligent, kind of following through with all these things and spending your resources in the right way, so that by the time that you're wrapping up that Executor, you've already started to make progress in some of those areas with Jedi Master Luke. So I think that's where my mind goes, because we're still really far away from Rey, and you need a lot of ships for her. Yeah, in the bundles you purchased, Scream Rey. Scream Jedi Master Luke and Executor. I do apologize there. Scream that. I think they kind of keep me away from Rey because you don't have the you don't have the Ebon Hawk, which means you have to spend a bunch of time in the cantina that you really can't afford to do if you're trying to do a Galactic Legend. So that's what makes sense to me. Otherwise, Allie, I think you're in, like, I don't mind where you're at. I think you've got, I look at the characters you have Zetas on, and while I don't agree with all of them, it's going to set you up nicely for, you know, as your roster progresses, that, like, your teams aren't going to be completely caught out, which is good. But I would just be careful with your Zetas moving forward, because you're going to need a lot of them in very short periods of time. You got to think, going into any Galactic Legend, you want 6. So if you're only sitting on 1, that can be a big problem. So I would definitely do that. But yeah, so I think Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, Executor, getting into towards Jedi Master Luke, and let's start saving Zetas. Let's do that. All right. So now let's get into, we've got Death Destroyer of Worlds. Come on, thing. All right, so we've got Death Destroyer of Worlds here. So we have Rey. No ultimate yet, missing 2 Zetas. So finish off the ultimate is the plan. The Raddus Fleet, Executor, Reva ready, Leia, 50 of shards of 9th and 8th. Okay, so let's start with Executor. Okay, so we got that pack. That's good. Okay, so we need TFP. Yeah, tickets are everybody's nightmare. Okay, so let's make sure you're getting your Razor Crest, your IG-2000 up and running. Gonna need them. So yeah, you've got a lot of farming still to do for Executor because of the ships here. Even like TIE Fighter Pilot, not the easiest ship to get into the cantina. And no Imperial TIE Bomber. So you've got a lot of work to do there for Executor. A lot of work to do there for Executor. You're not incredibly far from Supreme Leader Kylo Ren either. And you have you have the finalizer already. I wouldn't mind if you, when do you plan on getting Supreme Leader Kylo Ren? Because you said you're trying to get, like, Reva ready, but I feel like I feel like you're so much better off. I would not be getting Inquisitors right now. I don't think they're going to benefit you in any way. It doesn't matter, man. I think by the time that you're ready to get Rey, you finish off your Supreme Leader Kylo Ren Rex, I think you'll have that finalizer in a position that you can get this done. If your guild is requiring Reva, I'm going to tell you right now that I would personally tell your guild that you building Reva is a terrible decision. Maybe for your guild, it's a very good decision, but for your account at 3.6 million, doing over 2,000 Kyratechs 5 Relic 7s, a Relic 5 on top of that, plus Reva whenever you do eventually get her, is that you're just pissing away resources that could go into like getting you a Galactic Legend. And Kylo is going to help you in so many more game modes. He's going to increase your crystal income, increase your chances of doing better in all these other places that I think the Inquisitors just will not for a very long time. Because you have the packs for it. Like, you're knocking on the door. This isn't a situation of should you start Inquisitors or start Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Like, you're knocking on the door of Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Like, go get him. You paid for an advantage. Go use it. This is my biggest thing with the Lightspeed bundles. The biggest mistake players are going to make with the Lightspeed bundles is if you purchase them and don't take immediate advantage of what you purchased, it's not as much value to you. It's not as much value. So get as much value out of it as you can. That's going to be my biggest piece of advice for you. I think that's get Supreme Leader Kylo Ren in your plans, get your Executor, and maybe Inquisitors after both of those things. But Inquisitors are not going to help you. And this is one of those situations where you need to go to your guild. And if your guild is an understanding of that, then you have the decision to make to either say to them, I'm going to go look somewhere else, or that you kind of have to look and realize that you're not going to be as good in Grand Arena, Conquest, and other game modes. And I think if your guild is smart, they tell you to build Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, knowing that it's a long-term investment, but that's just me. So that's what I would do. I know that's not what you want to hear, but I will never do a roster reviews to tell you what you want to hear. You don't have the shipbuilding credits. All you need is to be able to get this thing to 5-star. You don't need it any higher than that. Just get it to 5-star and worry about it later. Ship credits can come. We can buy them out of the cantina. Telling you, man, I would ignore Inquisitors. I think that is, at your GP, I think that's a mistake. I don't think this account is ready for Inquisitors yet. We're just not there yet. Not with what you have. So that's the advice, man. So we're gonna keep moving along here. So give me 1 second, guys. I need another refill of soda, and then we've got Andrew Thatford, and then I just saw Ark Trooper 3587 channel member with a review there. How much do you need to upgrade for the bonus tier? I feel like with the ships, you could probably get it done as is. I feel like I know I did the Radis. I had the Radis like at 6 stars, level 1, with a level 1, like, what's her name? Holdo. Like, I got it almost to 7-star without ever having it relics. Any gear on her with any levels on her. You don't need it. You just need the ships. Whoops. Yeah, exactly. Wampa needs some soda. All right, we got Andrew Thetford here with the $5 US. And Andrew said, finished Inquisitors for the guild. Need R2 for JML. Figure work clones or seps for General Skywalker or prequel content I feel is coming this year. Thoughts? All right, Andrew. So you just finished Inquisitors for the guild. Nice. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. See? Yeah, see. Hold on. I just want to... Death, I'm not trying to, like, make you feel bad. This is for the sake of everyone, right? I want everybody to see the difference here. So Andrew just finished just finished his Inquisitors for his guild, is 7.2 million galactic power, 4 galactic legends, has the Executor. Like, this is the kind of account to me that it makes sense to start going for those Inquisitors, because he has the staples, he has the things to support a farm like that. So that makes a lot of sense to me. Okay, so you need R2-D2 for Jedi Master Luke. You also need to finish off. I saw Mon Mothma's only Relic 2. She needs to be Relic 5. Okay. So, okay. So, interesting Relic 7 on... Is Hoth Rebel Scout, Andrew, was that a platoon assignment? Yeah, no negotiator is odd, but we'll get there then. Good eye, Wombat. I noticed that too, but I wanted to focus on the questions at hand. Okay, Andrew, so... Yeah, okay. Okay, so Andrew, I think we're in good shape here with what you have for JML. And what I really like is you've got Pal, Cara Dune, Hoth Rebel Scout, you'll have Mon Mothma, and you've got Kyle Katarn. So you've got a really good Mon Mothma team in the works. You might need some Zetas on them, but I think that could be well worth the benefit with what you've got going on, depending on what your Zeta situation is or isn't. I'm not sure what it looks like. Obviously, saving for your Galactic Legend can be far more important than a Rebel Fighter team, but you could make a lot of good work out of that. So then we're going to get JML. So I see why this makes a lot more sense, guys. This is exactly why he doesn't have a negotiator yet. I mean, I can't blame him for this. So no Galactic Republic presence in the account. So this is a much, I would argue this is to me is a much newer account. Omega Poor. Okay. Wow. So what I would do post JML, do some relics on Savage and General Grievous. You got Jedi Knight Cal too. Holy crap. So Zori could be a really good relic here. Got Malicos too. Holy crap. Okay. Captain Rex. Jeez. Gosh, these Lightspeed bundles make a guy work for a living. Holy cow. Holy cow. All right. So let's regroup here. So you're in a really bad place with Omegas and Zetas. So I think, yeah, I can't believe the Omegas are like, I've never had to experience being Omega poor in a long time. Yeah, so let's focus on okay. So here's what you're going to do. You're at a point now where you've got a lot of major teams, and now you need to start putting Zetas on those teams for them to make, like, good sense. Because, like, I'm looking at... So let's take, for example... because I know I saw it down there. Like, no Chrysanthemum Zeta. Definitely want a Chrysanthemum Zeta there. Nothing on Grief is kind of scary. But... like, one of the bigger ones I saw that was missing is, like, you've got L3. You had OG Cal. Do you have Commander Tano unlocked yet? Be the next thing, like you're above 7 million. Do you have that Proving Ground unlocked? Also, no basic Zeta. Yeah, wow. Okay. I think you really just need to catch up on Zetas and maybe spend some time working on characters who you might not potentially need Zetas on. Or if you have Zetas on them, maybe increase their relic levels. You need 10 shards. Yeah, but it's for the Omicron. You need 10 shards for Cat. Yeah, Andrew. Okay, so let's get Cat. Let's, like, get a really good Ray team going. Yeah, like, the Chrysanthemum Zeta, I don't care about. It's just the equip the Omicron. Yeah, man, I would just start saving, like, one, save for Jedi Master Luke. And then I don't hate your shout about maybe working on some Galactic. You said clones. I don't really hate if you said, hey, I'm going to go work on my Galactic Republic. Like, I don't hate this idea, because it is a faction that is clearly underrepresented. Like, clearly underrepresented in your account right now between, like, you don't have any of the 501st at Relics, none of the core Padme team out. You have Ahsoka Tano is the core Padme character you have who's relict. So that could be a really big win for you, just kind of giving you a team that you can, you know, Padme's kind of a Swiss Army knife. There's a lot of stuff that she beats. It can be very difficult on defense if you don't know how to face it properly. So I would very much say that would be a good one. I'd hesitate more on the Bad Batch side of things, simply from a Kyrotech perspective. I think Kyrotechs, they get a bit too rich for me, bit too expensive. But yeah, Andrew, I think your path forward, it's not as clear cut. Yeah. I think, like, if you get Padme, you know, your 501st clones I'd prioritize over the Bad Batch, because the 501st you can run under Shock T. The Bad Batch you, like, have to use Hunter lead. Yeah, it does kind of lead you towards Lord Vader, like Wombat's saying. It does kind of lead you towards Lord Vader. Then, if you did work on your Galactic Republic, though, it does give you an excuse to work on your Galactic Republic ships, getting your Negotiator, which could be a very, very good thing for this account, because you do have some good Galactic Republic ships. Like, you've got some of those good core ships you need. So, maybe just going in and getting, you know, getting that Negotiator could be really worth your time. So, that's what I would do, Andrew. So, I think, yeah, we've got to get Jedi Master Luke. I don't hate the clone idea, but I would maybe focus on some relics that you don't need Zetas for, or increase some relic levels and let your Zetas and Omegas build back up, because you're going to need them for whatever comes next, regardless of if it's a new content or old content. So, there you go, Andrew. That's the advice, sir. Thank you again for the donation. All right, let's get back in here. All right, so we've got Blitz next. Again, guys, remember, channel members and super chats will cut the line at any point. All right, so we've got Ray here. Oh, I have a headache right now. Just need to get Mothma to start JML and farming finalizer requirements. All right. So, gosh. All right, Arc Trooper. Why do I have a headache right now? Why do I have a headache right now? What on this screen? What on this screen would give me a headache? Why is there a Relic 7 Farm Boy with a Zeta and an Omicron equipped to him? Why? Why? If you say Rise of the Empire, I'm going to ask why do this and this. Whew. Jeez. That just blows my mind. Oh. Yeah, it hurts my soul. Man. Okay. There's definitely a queue. Okay, so you're moving along. The command shuttle's going to take a long time. That's fine. So we're not in a major rush for that. Honestly, I wouldn't hate if you went for I wouldn't hate if you went executor here. I wouldn't hate if you went executor here. I think executor would be a really good play because we've got Bosk, Boba. I saw you had Best Armor, Mando, Dengar, IG-88. Like, you've got those guys. So if you went executor, I feel like you could be in really, really good position because, like, looking at your ships, TIE Bomber's done, TIE Fighter's done, TIE Advanced is done. And then on the Bounty Hunter side, you have the ones you need for executor already there. So we just need to work on the Xanadu Blood, but that's not a requirement for the event, so we can at least get to the event. So I very much like that. Yeah, so I think that would be a good idea. Is executor. Yeah, so Ark. I very much think executor is the play here. This is Ark CC. Ark CC Blitz. Channel member. Because we're still a long ways away from your first order, which is good that you didn't do anything crazy here. Like, I want to give you credit. Not putting any extra relic levels on these characters was a very wise decision on your part with like, you did a good job of not getting caught up in the hype and kind of sticking with everything else. Because you're going to get JML, and then I think we get Executor, and then by that point, you'll probably have the command shuttle ready to go. So that would be my advice, is going in that direction. But yeah, man, I hope that answers your question, Blitz. So that's the way that I would work through it here. All right, so I think I'm caught up on channel members, right? Oh, excuse me. Yeah, Ark, I hope that makes sense, man. I know it's kind of like I was struggling a bit there, but I think that's the way that I would look at it is like you're still far enough from Supreme Leader Kylo Ren that we can fit something in between there because of how far you are away from the command shuttle. So that's what I would do. Yeah, the Farm Boy Luke, it's hurting my eyes. Okay, why'd I click on him and see that he has 60 mods? He's got 60 mods, Blitz. No speed on that. No speed. Oh my god. Okay. Oh. Alright, yeah. Alright. Yeah, I gotta stop looking at Farm Boy. Yeah, man. So, let's get your JML. Let's get Executor. Let's get Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Save your Zetas. Hide your kids. Hide your wife. You know, otherwise, man, like, I love that you are taking advantage of the packs that you bought. That's a very good thing that you're doing, right? That's a very good thing. So very much appreciate that. I think that's a good thing. All right, so we were about to get to free ones. And then we got Cory G coming in with the US 2 Buckaroonies, working on Leia's requirements right now. Guys, right now I am doing Cory G's account. I was just doing Ark CC3587 Blitz's account. I will always almost abbreviate any account that's so long. Yeah, dude, no, see, this is the thing. Like, I can understand making mistakes with relics. I can understand all that stuff. Like, I was horrible when I first started this game, so I can completely understand it. Like, it's just, it hurts to see, right? It hurts to see. So, yeah, it's brutal. So, next we've got Cory G here. So, he's got Jabba, Rey, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, Jedi Master Luke, and he said he's working on Leia right now. So, AP. Gotta love AP. APs should not be banning people for Relic 7 Farm Boy. I would tell him this too. He's not allowed to do that when he hypes up Cup as much as he does. He's not allowed to say that, right? Like, can we all agree on that, right? He's not allowed to ban people over a Farm Boy Luke when he hypes up Cup. Like, I could argue, or Farm Boy at least had some relevance. And I love AP, man. AP's the great. He always brings a smile to my face with some of his stuff. Always brings it. Never fails, man. All right, so Cory, you're working on Leia now. So we've got Lobot and Drogon still. Okay, so we're still in the works with those guys. But you've got really good stuff here with like the Captain Rex and the Phoenix with those Lightspeed bundles, so that's really good. Okay, so lots of unaligned Force user relics. You've got Rey, Commander Tano, Ben Solo, Cal, Fulcrum. Okay, so we've got a lot of love into the unaligned Force users. So this account isn't horridly far from... I shouldn't say horridly far. You're far from Kenobi because of the relic levels, but like 1, 2, 3. Those guys are done. What do the separatists look like here? So some more work there. Yeah, I don't know that I could say JMK. So we'll have JMK, Sith Eternal, and Lord Vader left, huh? Inquisitors will be after Leia. Okay, we've made good progress on them. I don't hate that. Yeah, okay, all right, Cory, so here's what I'm thinking. Once you get Leia, I wouldn't hate... Ooh. I actually wouldn't hate if you went Jedi Master Kenobi, because you have a lot of good work done in your Galactic Republic, but also, like, looking at your Empire, like, Sith Eternal is kind of, like, but with, you know, with Darth Bane on the horizon here, you've got Palpatine done, you've got Vader done, you've got Piet done, you would get Veers, Stark, Thrawn. Like, I really think Sith Eternal would be a really solid option for you, Cory. And it would be like, you'd be basically backing into him. Oh, yeah, dude, Sith Eternal. Oh my gosh, yeah. Cory, after Leia and Inquisitors, let's back into Sith Eternal. I freaking love this. Like, because you have Leviathan, I'm assuming, based on just the relic levels. Yeah, so you have Leviathan. Sith Eternal is, like, the logical answer after Leia. Like, this would be really good for you. I feel like you can completely... Yeah, like, you're going to back into him. Relic 7, Relic 6, he's done. Your Maul is done already. He's at the relic levels. Yeah, dude, back into Sith Eternal. Because you're missing... Like, the nice part is... your Empire relics... Veers, Stark are both very good characters for the raid. Thrawn, just a solid fleet commander entirely. Tarkin, fantastic fleet commander. Royal Guard, very useful with Lord Vader. Krennic. But yeah, I mean, Darth Bane's coming to the game, guys. May as well get Sith Eternal with him. And when you're at this point where you can basically back into him, you think Relic 3, Relic 3, Relic 6, Relic 3, Relic 3, Relic 4. Like, that stuff's easy. For a 9 million account, a Relic 3 is laughable. Especially when none of the characters he has left to gear need Kyrotex beyond the finisher. None of the characters he has left needs to farm, like, needs Kyrotex outside the finishers. And on top of that, Sith Eternal himself only takes, like, what, 200, 300 Kyrotex? Like, it's a joke. So, yeah, I very much would recommend Sith Eternal. Geez, you even have Dark Trooper Gideon. Oh my gosh. Yeah, man, Cory, let's get Sith Eternal, buddy. I think Leia and then Sith Eternal, and you're gonna have really solid teams for a long time. I think we'll be golden. Really, I really do. No, he doesn't. Sith Eternal does not take 700 Kyrotex. I'm telling you, he does not. Yeah, he does not take 700 Kyrotex. Trust me, do not mess with me on Sith Eternal. I may trash him, but I know Sith Eternal. That man does not take 700 Kyrotex when 250 right here, 150, 400 Kyrotex for Sith Eternal. Boom, Wombat. 400 Kyratex for Sith Eternal. Yes, you're welcome. 400 Kyratex for Sith Eternal. Barely anything. Barely anything. Literally a drop in the bucket. Yeah, you guys didn't... I've known that for years, that Sith Eternal was the easiest Galactic Legend to gear. Listen, I may hate on the guy, but I know Sith Eternal inside and out. So, yeah, Cory, let's go grab Sith Eternal. No, man, Sith Eternal, of all of them, he's the easiest to gear. I remember when I did it, and I was like, this is a joke. Yeah, dude, Cory, I think if you went for Sith Eternal, you're going to be in a lot better position with your Empire. I really do. I think, like, that would be... So, after Leia, I think we get Sith Eternal. I know you said Inquisitors, too. I think you grab Sith Eternal before you grab your Inquisitors. Because one Inquisitor... So, let's just take your 9th sister. She's going to take, what, 400 Kyratech? So, your 400 Kyratech is 100, 200, 300, 400. So, there's... The Kyratech you're going to spend on just 2nd sister alone is for those 4 characters right there. So, yeah, I think Sith Eternal before Inquisitors even, especially with Darth Bane on the horizon. I feel like your guild will benefit more from you having Bane and Sith Eternal than you, like, trying to build Inquisitors. Just my advice. Just my advice. Again, I'm not saying, guys, I don't want you to think that I don't want you to build Inquisitors for your guild. But you need to do it at a time that makes sense for your account. And this is where I think so many guilds and officers fall short and fail, is they don't look at an individual's account when they ask for things. Like, I would always, whenever we would need a character for operations, I would look at the guild and say, who has this character? Like, does anybody have this character at a relic level or close to it? And that would be the first person I would ask to build that character. Because why would I make somebody take, for example, like myself, if we need a Relic 9 Snowtrooper, like, I'm the first one in line because I've got him at Relic 8. Why would I make somebody take their Relic 5 Snowtrooper to Relic 9 when I can take my Relic 8 to Relic 9? Like, I save the guild all these extra impulse detectors that we can use for something else. So, just, and I know that's not a complete comparison, but it makes a lot more sense when you think of it in terms of the Inquisitors. You're going to spend over 2,000 Kyratex, or you can spend not even half of that and get Sith Eternal plus Bane. I mean, that's what I would do. I just think that makes a lot more sense to me. So I'd get your Leia, I'd get your Sith Eternal, and your raid score will really improve. Because, like, Veers, Stark, they're both raid characters. And very good raid characters at that. They're, like, both very, very good raid characters at that. So I think and you've got, like, Zetas invested there, so kind of gives you some time to catch your breath on Zetas and Omegas and stuff. So I very much think that would be my answer there. Yeah, man. Yeah, Cory, I'm glad hopefully it helps you, And guys, don't be afraid to tell your guild something like that. Like, don't be afraid to just, like, be like, listen, like, it just doesn't make sense. Guilds will understand those things and they will move on with, like, they'll continue. So, we're going to move next to Insta Evan with the 499 here. All right. Again, guys, I know free ones, you guys are still waiting here. Again, it's just the way it works around here. I do apologize, but, like, sorry, not sorry kind of thing. Just got Leia, Maul, and Commander Tano farming Supreme Leader Kylo Ren tickets. I'll get Rey after that. I'll prob round out some teams. Check my Leia team mods. Okay. So, a lot of stuff going on here. A lot of stuff going on. You've got Jedi Master Luke. You've got Leia. That makes life so much easier. I love that, Insta Evan. Very much love that. So, you said you're going for... You just got Maul and Commander Tano. So, did we relic them? Okay, we did put relics on them. Oh, and Zetas. Okay, nice. Do we have... All right, you've got D. Okay, all right. You can at least... Your Mandalorians are usable, right? I'm okay with that. Mandalorians are usable. Night Alley. All right, no Jabba. Interesting. Okay, what about Galactic Republic? How are we using Commander Tano here? Okay, so we've got a Padme team to use Commander Tano in. I'm okay with this. All right. All right. So, Insta Evan. So you're farming Supreme Leader Kylo Ren tickets now. Nice. Okay. Yep. Makes sense. And then you said you're going to get Rey after him. Okay, so... Yeah, so good stuff here, because you haven't invested any additional relics, which is good. No, this is really smart right now, because you're on the doorstep. You're literally a BB-8 relic. So, Insta Evan, one thing is I would get Zori Bliss. I'd start farming her like crazy. I'd start farming Zori like crazy. I'd go really hard on Zori. Because just looking at your resistance, looking at what I think you're gonna like at the level that you're at, you get Zori and she's really gonna be like gonna have a very good team there. Zori to me is like just so key. She's such a key member of that, especially making the ticket grind even easier. So I very much like that. Just looking through. Gonna build the Dark Side Mando team with Maul soon. Okay, so let's take Mandalorians here. Yeah, okay, nice. So ISC, Django, Canderous, Gar Saxon. Yeah, I love it. I don't hate that team. Yeah, dude, ISC. I've been really debating doing my ISC and Gar Saxon. I've got a lot of stuff on my plate to do, but because they don't require Zetas for me, that would be like, that's so crazy important to me. Like, no Zetas for them is awesome. Very much like that, Evan. Otherwise, I really like your strategy to get Rey after Kylo. I think that was a good decision for you. Very much think that was a good decision. I would start thinking about another S tier fleet, whether that's Leviathan or Profundity. I'll kind of leave up to you, but I would definitely think about one of those two fleets. I like Profundity a lot because it's a really good counter on offense to basically everything. So yeah, very much like that. Now let's check. I'm just gonna check Leia's mods here. So we've got health. Okay, so she's gonna be fast too with a good health set. These are all very good mods. Yeah, 561 is crazy fast. Love that. Swiftblade, that is plenty enough. That's plenty enough to get a review. Absolutely. Now, I do want to ask Insta Evan, with your... So, let's just check Chewbacca here. Let's see what we've got. So, you've got tenacity, health, protection. Okay, so a decent mix of health and protection and tenacity. All right, let's check Drogon here. Offense. Dude, this is a fast Drogon too. All like really fast Drogon. This has got to be 310, 321 speed. Really good. Really, really good Drogon there. Very much like that Drogon. Let's check R2-D2 here. Okay, speed set. All right, so speed, offense. Okay, so a lot more offense on R2-D2 than I would. Not a lot of health, but a lot of... Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the one thing I'll say about R2-D2. He doesn't share his... I mean, I can understand having a fast R2, but I would either mod him for all health or all offense, because you're kind of doing like this mix of things with the speed. Not that speed on him isn't a good thing, but like you're missing out on a lot of health. And like you're getting, like, just for example, right? And I'm just going to use my main account's R2-D2 as an example, because that's like the only frame of reference that I have, right? So I'm just going to use mine as an example to show you the difference. And I'd say that mine's even kind of modded, like, so let me flip over my screen share here. So here's my R2-D2, 110,000 health. Now I'm much slower, I'm 281 speed, but my offense is 11,925. So not only do I have more offense, well, I've got less speed, I've got a lot more health too. And that's because I've kind of modded him. Like, this mod is trash, right? 4 speed with all this potency, but we'll get there. But everywhere else, got him modded for speed with offense where I can manage it. The left side mod's much better than the right side, kind of working towards his. But that's kind of where I'm saying, like, the way that you've modded your R2-D2, not that it's necessarily bad, but like you're missing with the speed, you're missing out on good offense and health numbers. And he doesn't share the speed. That's the one thing, right? That's all I'm using. And again, I think once this Datacron goes away, I'd be careful on the using Toxic Leia. I think I would switch to maybe like a Baze Malbus or something. Still up in the air, but I think Toxic Leia will go away once this Datacron ends, because Han and Chewie will just fall apart without it. So I very much think that. But otherwise, man, I think this is, yeah. And again, like, these mods, they're really good for somebody. You know what I mean? Like, these mods are good for someone. Like, they're fast. They've got good stats on them. Like, this, it's not like this is a mod set that I wouldn't know who to give it to. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think like you could find really good uses for those mods. Even someone even like a Sabine could use mods like that. I mean, she'd really love offense like you have on her, but just like a fast character with offense can be really, really dangerous. Kyle Katarn. The best non-Kron Leia team, I mean, I'd argue it. We don't really know. I feel like we don't know what the best Leia team is without the Datacron, because it's never existed. And I feel like it'll be really hard to tell until the Coors Light Leia-Cron goes away, because that's such a solid counter to Leia right now. So I feel like it's going to be a while. But I don't know that I want to pull Captain Rex away from the Phoenix team, though. I feel like Baze is in there, but I don't know who you want in that 5th slot, because, like, do you want to pull Captain Rex away from your Phoenix? I mean, you know, he's not stopping, like, other stuff, so I don't know. But Evan, all that aside, I think these characters, you've got very good mods on them. Your speeds, even on your non-speed characters, is really, really good. Very, very good secondaries from what I was seeing. Very much like the way you've got this going. I would just switch R2-D2 when you can a bit to either a health set or offense sets. But I think you're in good shape, man. I like the order that you're going in, and I would definitely back into Sith Eternal. All right, next we've got Yo Bama. All right. Yo Bama. So we've got 3 million. We've got a Relic 8 Kylo. No ultimate yet, so we've got to get that ult. All right. All right, so let's see what we've got cooking in here. So what ships do we have? Okay, you've got Finalizer. Okay. So I'm trying to just figure out the extent to which Lightspeed bundles were purchased. Okay, so you bought the big... Okay. So we bought the big Lightspeed bundle here. So you could get... So I feel like you could get JTR. I guess, yeah, you could get JTR now. BB-8, Vet Smuggler, Stick Ray, Finn. Okay, so we could do that. And I think I did see that Zori was at least, like, in the farming plans. Yeah, we've got a... Okay, cool. Starkiller Ray, Lightspeed. Okay, so you got Supreme Lord Kylo Ren the hard way. All right. Hey, man, respect. Respect for getting Kylo the hard way. It's not an easy thing to do. It's not an easy thing to do. All right, so Yobama. So here's where I'm thinking we go from here. So you did buy the Resistance bundle, but from the ship's perspective, you don't have any of the... Oh, wait, you did get... Okay, hold on. That changes things. You did get the ship's bundle. So I would say after Kylo, I would go for Rey. I think after Kylo, we go right into Rey. I think right after Supreme Lord Kylo Ren, you go right directly into Rey, because I wasn't sure that you bought the ship's one, but you got the ship bundle, so I would do that. And then while you're doing Rey, because you don't have to do any hard notes outside of Zori right now, I would start working on the stuff you need for the Executor. I think if you can get your next big things being like, you know, finish your Supreme Lord Kylo Ren, get Rey, get Executor, you're going to be in really good shape. You'll have a lot of good stuff. Because I'm just looking at what your account can use, and I feel like it could really use some, like an S tier fleet. Now, I do find it very interesting how high you have your Bad Batch. Like, you've invested a lot of Kyrotech in your Bad Batch already. A lot of Kyrotech in the Bad Batch already. Yeah. Okay, so if you're looking at what to do next, Rey, Executor, and then from there, let's get a Relic Darth, or you'll have a Relic Darth Vader from Executor, so we'll be fine. I think at that point, you can do a bunch of things. But if I really sit here and think about it, if you have invested as much Kyrotech in your Bad Batch as you have already, like, you know, yeah, so I mean, if you want to finish your Bad Batch, you could. It sets you up that you could potentially go try to get Lord Vader. Like, Lord Vader's a great character, just you need General Skywalker, so it's a really long farm, and that's why I would kind of avoid that right now. But you could start thinking about getting a Rebel, like a Jedi Master Luke, Jedi Knight Luke, something like that. Like a Jedi Knight Luke, I think would be good. Something that's a little bit faster, gives you some bonuses along the way, building a Commander Luke Skywalker team, because that is one area where you're really lacking. Or even like the Phoenix Squadron now could be a really good thing, where you just need some Kyrotex and Captain Rex, and everybody else is kind of core gear. But you're definitely at a point where your account is kind of hit this. You're not close to anything else after this, right? So that would be one thing to think about. That's just one thing that I would potentially think about is, give me one sec. Hold on, guys. Yeah, so that'd be one thing I'd think about is maybe, like, what do you want to farm for the next couple of months is the next question to ask. Because I don't know that you want to be going into that blindly, kind of come up with your next thing. Because, like, Rey and Executor give you time then after that to figure out what you want to do next. You know, if you really want to do if you really want to do Lord Vader, I'd get General Skywalker first. But, like, it's a long haul. If you want a big passion project, I think Phoenix would be your answer. That's what I would do. So if you go get Rey, go get Executor. Phoenix is a passion project, and I think you'll have a very good account at that point that you can really make some good decisions about where to go from next. Because that'll be a lot of gear let's not pretend it won't be. Be a lot of gear in the coming weeks. But otherwise, I mean, again, a 3 million account where I'd say the majority of it being a mix of, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren and then the light speed bundles being a big boost to that GP with the resistance, especially those ships. They really add up. So, yeah, I'm very much appreciate the share here, man. I would say, like, my final thing to leave you with is just, let's start thinking about not throwing quite as many Zetas around. Let's start saving some Zetas, because you're going to want those Zetas for Rey when you get her. And the next GL and the next GL and the next GL. So, just my advice, my friend. But thank you so much for sharing the account. So, let's get into... So, this is from Swiftblade as a gift to... Okay. Where are we at? Scroll up. There we go. Cow Q? No idea if I said that properly. Cow Q. All right, so 9.2 million sitting in Kyber 2. Wow, okay. Relic 9 Reva staring me in the face. Holy crap. Okay, so... Rey, Kylo Kenobi, JML. All right. So, Cal, are we thinking about Leia next? Should at least be thinking about Captain Rex. Should it, like, bare minimum, we've got to put Captain Rex on the list of things that we need to farm. Captain Rex needs to be up there. Lord Vader's not an answer. This is another one. Cal, I would say you're another candidate for backing into Sith Eternal Emperor. Again, I feel like I'm looking at this and it just... I feel like... You know, it's some higher relic levels for Sith Eternal, but I feel like it just makes sense. Like, that there's... Yeah. So you're finishing up a couple Phoenix characters and taking Rex into Leia as part of the plan. All right. After that, let's get Sith Eternal on farm. Again, I feel like for an account of this size... I feel like for an account of your size, getting Sith Eternal, like doing the relics you need for Sith Eternal is a joke. 3, 6, 3, 3, 3, and Krennic being 4. That should be a no-brainer, man. I don't hate going for Leia first if that's your thought process. I don't hate saying go Leia first because of the speeder bike raid, but I would definitely say that Sith Eternal should be following around soon, because it's yeah, like you've just like you're like you just said there, you're half done with Sith Eternal just passively from other farms. Like, that's the whole thing with Sith Eternal that has been why I say he was the last GL to get for a very long time, is that you just kind of end up backing into him, that through everything else you do in the game, you'll end up in a position where it makes a lot of sense to farm a character like him. So I very much think that going for Sith Eternal for this account could make a lot of sense. Especially at your GP, getting a character like Darth Bane to throw in with your Sith Eternal could be very good. Yeah, I still think Leia is... So, the one thing I'll say, Leia's the safe bet from a raid perspective, but from a PvP performance perspective, I would lower everybody's expectations about what Leia will be without this Datacron. Because the Datacron, every single level of this Datacron helps her. She's getting extra damage from the level 3 that gives offense up. They're taking reduced damage from the level 6 when they have above 50% turn meter. Then they, at the next level, they're gaining 200% max health plus Keen Stratagem, which is a broken buff. So you're talking about this Datacron that is completely changing everything about that team at the level 3, 6, and 9, on top of all the defense, health, and critical damage that you feel like stacking on. So again, just kind of completely making that whole Datacron so broken for Leia that I feel like once it goes away, we're going to see a steep drop off and players are really going to have her figured out, I feel. But I think for the PvP perspective, PvE perspective, PvE, she's the no-brainer. She's amazing in the raid. She's amazing in territory battles. You know, I think she does really help people. So I don't hate going for Leia first and then going for Sith Eternal, because we definitely don't know how good Bane is. We do know what Leia can do. So very much agree with that. Otherwise, buddy, I don't hate the account. You've got a lot of good relic levels on here. You've got more relic levels than I do when I just looking through it. Otherwise, I did want to check the unaligned force users. So, okay. So you've got good unaligned force users overall. Yeah. This is a very, very good account, Calcio. Yeah. Leia, back into Sith Eternal at some point. Like, I think that would be a very good way to continue in your journey. So, yeah, man, good stuff. Very good stuff. All right, if you guys give me 1 second, I need to refill my soda. I do think we can get into a few more free reviews. So while I'm getting my soda, I am going to go back into my Galactic War here. Auto this battle, throw something on for you guys so you don't just have to stare at a chair. So we'll go in to Galactic War. Ooh, yeah, the Relic Iden is a very good, it's a very, very, very lucrative thing to do. All right, we're going to auto basic this battle while I get some soda. Are you guys gonna go potty? You guys want to go potty, go outside? All right, that was an easy win for Galactic War. All right, so I think is GD Noah still here? He's the next one I have on my list. So is GD Noah still in chat? Any idea when Jedi Knight Cal Kestis will be back? GD Noah. All right, buddy. So, what's the GD? So what's the game plan here? Wombat's going to love that you have Cal's Omicron, so you got that going for you. Currently working on Ray's ult, should be getting Supreme Leader Kylo Ren after the next few finalizer events. Wondering what should go for next, thinking Profundity or execs and chips are lacking area at the moment. Okay. So let's first start with an easy win here. Make sure we're farming Captain Rex and Zori. Zori and Captain Rex need to be your two of your bigger priority nodes to farm right now. They're going to completely change the place that you're at, right? So I'd say that's a big thing there. So for ships, all right, so you don't even have Razor Crest yet, and IG 2000 is a long way away. So no TIE Bomber either. Okay, so you're a very long way away from either Profundity or Executor. Unless you're just holding out on me with, like, ship shards. Okay, so you... do you have any Razor Crest shards, Noah? Like, because you don't have any of the Beskar Mermando. Like, do you even have a shot at getting Beskar Mermando, I guess? No. No Queel. Joe Bizzle, that is some soda right there, my friend. Some of the finest soda around. Obviously, in a cup like that, it could only be soda. Yeah, I feel like Profundity would be the safer decision because of the relics you have, Noah, but yeah, you're definitely a long ways away from either one because you don't have Outrider for the Profundity fleet. The Profundity fleet ships are important. They're very important. Yeah, I feel like going Profundity is the best way. Because you have a lot more of the rebels from the Lightspeed bundles. Just this rebel faction needs work, because even if you do get Profundity, you got to think you still need Han Solo and Chewbacca at relic levels in the Millennium Falcon, which means that you're going to need your bounty hunter ships at higher star levels so that way you can get a 7-star Millennium Falcon. So there's still a lot of work you have left to do here. So I almost think it could be smart to really focus on those bounty hunter ships, make sure we get your Falcon to 7 stars. Because without that, I mean, your Profundity will be sunk in the water. But yeah, man, I feel like going Profundity is your better bet because of where you're at. I mean, your side farms need to be Zori, Captain Rex, and then I would even be farming stuff you need for Executor while you can. I feel like at 4 million galactic power, I'd hesitate. You could also think about like a Jedi Master Luke at some point, but you know, I don't want to overwhelm you with like high level farm when your galactic power is probably, if we're honest, mostly a mix of your Lightspeed bundle stuff that you purchased, which again, I'm all for, but that I think that's driving a larger part of your galactic power. Again, not a bad thing, but just food for thought that I feel like right now you're really going to benefit from some ships, and then kind of working towards that, like Zori and Captain Rex as kind of these side farms. So that's what I would do. But yeah, Noah, that's the review, my friend. Thank you again for hanging around. Glad I got to you this time. Very glad I got to you this time. All right. Oh, excuse me. I will keep pushing through here, guys. I promise. I'll push through as much as I can. Is General Blitz still in chat? Again, guys, remember, roster reviews, memberships, channel members first, and then free reviews kind of as they go. I eventually do just cut it off because I get exhausted. General Blitz is still here waiting around. All right. Night, Noah. Okay, so General Blitz. Lots of Lightspeed bundles here, so let's get cracking on Captain Rex if we haven't already done it. You want Kenobi to be your first Galactic Legend? I mean, if that's what you want, that's fine. But I'm going to tell you that I think Kenobi as your first GL is not a good decision right now because he's not... His characters right now don't really give you a lot of return on your investment. You know, back in the day, absolutely Kenobi was essential, but I think now, like, I just don't think it makes sense. Not when you've done this, where you have Rebels started for Jedi Master Luke. Like, I don't, as much as I love Jedi Master Kenobi, you know, the ease of Jedi Master Luke is even more important. About Lord Vader, again, I feel like you're going to be, like, you're not, again, if that's what you really want to do, you can do it, but, like, you are so far away from Lord Vader, you don't even, you almost don't even know how far away. I would try to take advantage of the Lightspeed bundles that you purchased. Between the Rebels, the ships, I feel like that's where you want to maximize what you did in the return that you can get on them. Austin, you have to be 4 million galactic power. 4 million galactic power unlocks Proving Grounds. A good bounty hunter team. I mean, you kind of have it right here. Boss, Grief, Mando. This is fine. This is a fine team right here. In an ideal world, I'd move Cad Bane out for Dengar, defensively, but this is still a very solid team. Still a very, very solid team. All 5 of them, yeah. Very much like those guys. But, alright, did those. Alright, are there any channel members who want a review right now? Because otherwise, guys, I think I am hitting my wall. So, General Blitz, to answer your question on General Skywalker, probably not. I think you're too... It's a lot of gear to put into something that you need to put even more into. And then, like the 501st. General Skywalker is great, but he comes at a price, and it's a very stiff price, and it's not fun. But, yeah, guys, I think I am hitting I'm hitting a little bit of that wall. But yeah, any channel members want to review? Anybody have like last minute questions while I'm still here? But yeah, definitely just hitting. I know my body too well. There's a wall that I start hitting, and it just goes, my whole body just goes downhill fast. If I'm looking for a Levi counter and had to choose between Bad Batch Marauder or Inquisitor Scythe, what would I choose? Okay. This is a loaded question. That's a good question, Red Power. Very good question. Arc Trooper, no. Rad Power, to go back to this. So, So I find the Scythe Inquisitor counter to be a far more effective one-shot than the Galactic Republic counter with Marauder. But I think that the Galactic Republic is a much safer two-shot. Like, that when the Empire fails, they normally fail hard, where the Galactic Republic will at least get a kill or a couple kills and leave it easy to clean up. That's kind of always been my thought. It's not like, that's just, again, it's the way I've always looked at it. What shoe size? My gosh. I think I'm a 9. I don't know. It's been a long time since I looked. I haven't bought new shoes in, man, probably like 5 years. Wombat's fine. I don't really care. I stream a Star Wars game, guys. Like, there's... comes a certain point where you can't take yourself too seriously, But yeah, guys, I've definitely hit that wall. So unless channel members, any last minute, donos. But yeah, tiny feet, dude. I'm a tiny guy. I'm like 5'9", 140, sopping wet. I mean, now I'm 150 because I've overweight. But yeah, not exactly a big dude. Fat Phil is just the name. It's not a representation of what I look like. Oh. But yeah, guys. No, you don't have to pay, guys. It is free. It's just at a certain point, I gotta cut it off and go to bed. Yeah, I just get tired. Yeah, I'm just a... Yeah, it's Tom Cruise. Yeah, and honestly, it's almost easy. Like, I may seem like I'm getting energy back. It's just because I don't have to think when I place my Galactic War on auto. When you're making me think, that's when it gets harder. I can just auto this battle. But yeah, guys, so if that's the end of it, I very much appreciate all of you sticking around. Again, channel members, thank you guys for continuing to support this channel. Again, if you didn't get a review, I don't know. When I stream, I try to do roster reviews at the end as long as it's not too late. Just, yeah, always keep in mind, channel members and anyone who donates, that you guys obviously jump the queue. That's just the way I run reviews around here. Yeah, and join the Discord. It's linked to, like, everything I ever do. Gosh, I hate healers in this game. Don't kill Chopper. Put the stupid chick. Put the thing on him. Gosh, accuracy is abysmal here. Man, back in the day, this team was like... Look at this. Like, this healing team was so annoying with all the heals. Oh my gosh, yeah. That's not happening. Come on. That's gonna piss me off. Now I gotta manually play this. AI stupid as hell. Let's kill this stupid. Gotta be careful. It's late at night and Fat Phil will start saying words that'll get him banned from YouTube. Demonetized, culture cancel, everything. Come on. Thank you. Holy. Just kill these people. Go. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. my moderators know what words come out. They get a little bit of behind the scenes of the degeneracy that comes out. Ugh. Thank God. You should just let me be able to auto all these battles. Good job, guys. There we go. All right. Well, I'm going to call it a night here. Thank you all for joining. Again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, make sure you subscribe. I love all you. May the force be with you. I will see you guys in the next video. Cheers, everyone. Ah.